Good morning, my dear student. Today we are going to start with your next part, that is Python programming fundamentals. Till now we have studied about the basic of the Python. That is, in previous chapter we have studied about the different shell, different programming interaction with the Python. One was the interactive mode and another is the scripting mode. That is the Python shell. One was that and another was the programming mode, that is scripting mode. Now we are going to study about the programming. So further we have to discuss about that there is a syntax for each and everything. Syntax means way of writing, means if we want to write anything through our programming, then we know the way to write it, so that we have to discuss. So in this in this module we are going to study about the various variable and its data type. So we should know what is a variable and what is a data type. Now talking about in Python, data types are inbuilt. Inbuilt means if you are writing x is equals to 12, then by default it will take it as integer. If you are writing y is equals to 12.12, then it will take a decimal value, that is a float value. We call a decimal as float. If you are writing x is equals to your name, then it will take it as string value. So it will automatically will take the data types. So that's why it says that data type are inbuilt in Python. Hence it support dynamic typing, means whatever you will type, it will take it as it is. We are need not required to define it previously what is the type of the data that you are variable that you are using. Now talking about the variable. Variables are those which do not has its fixed value. If I am saying 12, 12 is a fixed value, but if I am saying x, then x can be anything. So we say that variables are those whose value can be keep on changing during the execution of the program. So I am going to demonstrate some of the example also later on, but let's see this. Variables provide a way to associate name with object. Means if I am having some money, suppose I am having 1000 rupees. If I am saying I am having x money, then that can be vary, and name is given to my money, that is x. So that's why in mathematics also we always consider, because that x value can keep on changing as you do the mathematical problems, as you carry on in it. Now class, variable are associated with three components. Number one is the identity of the variable, type of the variable, and the value of the variable. Now talking about the identity. Identity means where it exists in computer memory with which name. For example, if you are writing x is equals to 12, computer will not take it x, it will give some space in computer's memory, and that space is having some number type. So that is the identity. Like our mobile numbers, we are not known by our name in mobile field, we are known by our numbers. Now type of the data, type of the variable, which type of variable it is, what type of value it is storing. As I have given you certain example, x is equals to 12 integer type. If I am saying x is equals to 12.12, then it is a floating type, that is a decimal type. If I am saying x is equals to some name, then it is a string type. And the value of the variable that you are understanding, 12, 12.12, and the string, the name I said is the value of the variable. So this is very important about the variable, or you can say object also. Now see how to get the identity of a variable. Suppose you are writing, see in this shell, suppose you are writing x is equals to 12. Then in computer's memory, I want to know the address of this, or you can say location of this. Then I will write id within bracket x, then it will gives this number. So this is, as it is indicated, the address of the memory location storing value 10. In this way you can get the location of any variable used within the program. Now talking about the type of the variables. So under that, today we are going to study only one, that is the number type. Under the number there are three, that is the integer, floating point and the complex numbers. Integer you all know, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, all these are the integers. Floating value, now you understood that it is a decimal value, as we say 12.12, as similarly 1.784, all these are the floating values. Now the complex is new for you. In maths you are going to study one chapter, that is a complex number. Every number can have two parts. One is a real part, another is a imaginary part. In mathematics in 10th, if you remember, when we are finding the nature of the roots, that time sometime it comes no roots. Actually that's not a no root condition, that's actually a complex number condition. Root of minus something comes, then we say no roots. Actually it's not a no root condition. In class 11th you are going to study about that comprises a complex number. So that I will tell you more about it. First of all, you go through this. Here I have demonstrated in Python shell x is equals to 12 I have written. I want to know what type of it is. So type is, within bracket I have written x, then it is showing class int, that is integer. If I am writing y is equals to 12.12, then type y, then float, it is coming class float, answer is coming class float, means it is from the float family, that is decimal number family. If I am writing x is equals to 2 plus 5j, here 2 is the real part and 5 is the imaginary part. J shows that it is the imaginary part. In maths we indicated by small I, but in computers it is indicated by small j. So it is showing that it is a complex type. Now some operations in complex number. How to define it? Z is equals to 2 plus 7 j I have written. If I print j, then it will come 2 plus 7j. Now I want to know which is its real part, which is its imaginary part. So I have written z dot real, then 2.0 is coming, that is the real part of it. Z dot imag is the shortcut to write, so it is coming as 7, that is 7.0. So class, you can make out what is this complex number is. Now some operation we can, as we can add this, you can see that at the top I have written x is equals to 12 and y is equals to 23, then z is equals to x plus y I have written, and z I have printed, then it is coming 35. Similarly for decimal also. Similarly I have shown one example with m and n. This is for one is the integer value, another is a float value. This is not possible in other programming language to add one decimal and one integer value, but here you can see that m plus n is coming, exactly it is coming, that is 14.12. Now talking about the complex number and the simple number. Z I have taken 12 plus 3j and w I have taken 12. Z plus w is 24 plus 3j. It means it is adding complex number with simple number, integer also. So there is no complexity in Python programming, but in other languages there is that. You can say integer can be added to integer, complex can be added to complex, and floating decimal value can be added to decimal value only. Now see this, I have added two complex number. One I have taken p, another I have taken q, then r is equals to p plus q, then I have printed this r. Here I am not writing print r because this is a shell. In shell directly it will give answer, but in here not compulsory, but in scripting window we have to write print. then only it will print the value. So somewhere I have written print, somewhere I have not written, so it's our wish what to do. So class, all these examples you have to see, you have to understand till here, and you have to make a proper notes. That's all class.